I'm on air.
Where do you see me? That way? Right. Welcome in, listeners. We're going to try something new today. I'm with my inner circle.
The boss.
And Skittles.
We are doing VI both. I'm in the James Bocane studio, and Skittles is at her house. So let's see how
Yes.
this goes. Greetings, IE. How is everything going? Hopefully, everything is going great out there in the land of San Bernardino, Riverside, and greetings to whoever else has tuned in via KCAA radio.com or who's listening on 106.5 FM and 1050 AM. We're still surviving on the radio, and shockingly enough, there's still survival on AM. So we salute all y'all for turning in, because you could be somewhere else, but you tuned in to me, your host, James Kane, and this is the James Kane Experience. So let's get into it.
Yes.
Oh, little bit of technical difficulty. I think I hit a keyboard. I'm new at this, so don't kick me around.
don't come from him.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'll get great at it. As time goes on. Okay, there's a lot been going on in the news, so we're gonna bypass that today
Okay.
because the Iran war is still going on. Well, if you
Yes.
want to call it a war, or you just call it a financial reconstruction,
Mm.
because as we learned that there is a new regime in
Mm-hmm.
Iran, how quickly they have went over there. Donald Trump and his men and women have went over there and changed the regime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it sounds the same as when they went in Venezuela. They changed the regime. So in 2026, some of you young people out there listening and older can say you have seen two regime changes in your lifetime. I've probably seen two or three in mine. So this is the ongoing process. Like Solomon says, once again, there's nothing new under the sun. Interestingly enough, we're going to be talking about four communities of women. We're going to end Women's Month on a high note, speaking about 10 principles of women. And I know there's more than four communities out there, but for time purposes, I'll stick to four: Black, white, Mexican, and Asian women. Well, the interesting thing we're going to do is, because these four women show their
Mm-hmm.
strength in four different times: slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights,
Mm-hmm.
and modern times of today. So we're going to get into it. So, Skittles, could
Yes.
you read principle number one?
Yes. Family preservation. I always mess that up. But yes, let's talk about principle one. Let's talk about black women's often held families together despite slavery and separation. Now, Mexican American women maintained strong, extended families. Asian immigrants women held families together despite immigration and restrictions. White women historically managed households in early America's settlement. Let's talk about it.
Now, each one of these women, as you can
Yes.
see, was the backbone of their community. They historically lift each individual the backbone. And when we can look back into a lot of agriculture. We can look back into the labor force, and we can look back into a certain communities as white women. White women has, well, they gave birth to a lot of what we call today Democrats and Republicans, construction, and they fought for voting. As as we get into it, we will see going through more principles that how great each woman is, but they differ in
Okay.
how their greatness became. So we're going to get into principle number two.
Okay.
Uh
So I do
huh.
not. I don't have
No,
principle
no,
number
no, no.
two.
I'm reading that.
Okay.
Um,
Principle number two.
no. Bear with me one moment. Okay, this. Okay, now we're going into faith and churches' faith
Okay.
and how women restructure the faith of the church and the faith of a lot of us today because these women, black women, were mainly into okay, got it now. Faith in black women during their faith and community resources was the main place where black Americans at that time went, and they found structure, they found happiness, they found their place of worth. This is where a lot of education at the time of Jim Crow and slavery that blacks could come and speak and learn how to read. A lot of people don't know that some people during those times learned how to read English through Bibles. Now, they became black church leaders. Now, Mexican women, they upheld the Catholic and the Spanish churches. They were very, I would say, impactful in today. And as we see that around the world, Mexico has its first female president, and there's other countries that women are being great. I do want to, before I get too far off of the black culture, there was a Cushite, and they called her the one arm. Hey, she was a president historically. She was one of the first conquerors to make a treaty with Rome. That was just something that I thought you should know. Now let's get back into Asian women. Asian women, Asian women were. great leaders in Buddha and other religions as well, but we'll just give them their just due because they were the backbone of building faith in Buddha and food and structure in the Asian community. They keep their family structure together. White women, they are Catholics as well, but their main push in faith was Protestant. We had the Quakers, Puritans, and we're moved on. They have been pillars of Christianity all over the world. And we can say today there probably wouldn't be as many Protestants if it wasn't for the excellence and help of the white women in America. Okay, daughter, can you read Principle 3?
Yes. Cultural preservation. Language, food, traditions, identity. Let's talk about it.
Food.
Yes.
Now, food is something else that we all know is great. And each one, if we look at, I can personally, my experience is more with more of the black cuisine, and we first of all, wings. A lot of food that we call soul food, as we talked this before, was not good food, and they deemed it unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched a lot of black women take it, season it, make it into something now. See, every community eats this food now because one thing I do know a pig is a pig. And what gives it its different nationality or taste flavoring is the seasoning. So black women usually use garlic salt, Lorry salt, and a bunch of other seasonings as well, spices.
So
You have the Creole spices,
Mm-hmm.
um,
slap your mama.
Cajun spices, and a lot of other spices that slap your mama. I don't know how they came in with that.
I
Hopefully, it
know.
was very good. Slap your
Your
mama.
mama.
The food, and then Asian women. We have a lot of different Chinese. Now, me, I enjoy Vietnamese. Vietnamese food is to me is very flavorful. I'm a pho fan.
Oh,
I love their noodles with beef and sorts of things. And a lot of people say, back when they were like, oh well, we have to give it up to white women as well because they can cook. There's a lot of chefs. And, back when I was growing up, people, oh no, they're not good. But if you look at around the world, the best chefs, a lot of them are white. And there's a lot of white, great cooks out there, women that cook and raise their kids on great
good
food as
food.
well. And we can't leave out Mexican women because, as you see today, you can't go down the street without a taco stand. You can't go to the street without a Mexican restaurant. So
Mm-hmm.
their cuisine, their flavoring is booming. Super. Okay, now let's get to principle 4. I'm going to explain principle 4.
Okay.
Women historically worked in a lot of different um, economically places. And black women basically did labor and various things. They did a lot of things. Domestically, we can say janitors, they were, you name it, nurses.
Lawyers.
At this time, there wasn't that many black lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
It was females because we're talking about Jim Crow and the slavery
Oh,
era right now. We're getting to modern times and up. So Follow me, daughter. My daughter want to run straight into it. We're lawyers because that's what she's wants to be. So everything's a lawyer. Everything's a debate. So let's get back. Um, Black women did a lot during these times when women really didn't have a voice. And we'll get to Susan B. Anthony and when these women start having a voice in how they work together. That's why we salute all the women that's out here. Mexican women were great, great at this time in agriculture.
Yes.
They were working in the fields and they did a lot. I'm sorry to say, what comes to mind is um, hopefully everyone embraces the moment right now. Uh, they taken Cesar Chavez name
Mm-hmm.
off a lot of things. So we're just saluting the Mexican population because I know a lot of Black Americans has to deal with this. People that we hold in high esteem, we don't really get to honor them. Sometimes they're fallen and we don't want to give them that much notoriety on the air because there's a lot of people feel certain ways. So, salute the Mexican population right now, Mexican Americans, that they can continue to honor their leaders. Asian women pretty
Mm-hmm.
much worked in factories during these
Yeah.
times. They were in the garment, and we have names from the garment district. It's still like that in Los Angeles and a lot of places you go. I know now if we do modern times, they have the beauty supply chains on lock. They have the nail salons and
Mm-hmm.
all out. So as you see, they have grown into a lot and getting into the spas and they're more into the word I'm looking for is pampering other women. And, there's certain men that love to be pampered, get their feet done and their nails, but they are in the pampering, doing the face rolls and more uplift on women's beauty. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that other women, because Black women have created beauty um, agents of their own,
Yes.
but at that time, during those times, when, a lot of Asian women worked in the factories.
Yes.
So now the white American women around World War II came in and really worked in the factories. And that's when they became starting to give the world you get to you because that's who mainly was on TV. So when young kids of different nationalities seen women and were attracted, it was mainly because of all they seen were white women on TV. So there's a lot of white women that benefited because of that, and they were the face of what was beautiful in women for America.
Like Marilyn Monroe,
Yes, like Marilyn Monroe. There's many other.
Princess Diana.
Well, Princess Diana is not a from America,
Yeah. She's not.
but her yes, her because they're all related,
Yes.
European. So yes, that will be what I'm explaining about how white women in America became the national women of beauty. Now, can you give us what are we on principle
Five.
five?
Five. Yes. Let's talk about education. I'm gonna give you some examples. I might botch their names, but Mary McLeod Bethan, Susie B. Anthony, Dolores. I don't know how to say her name. Wato.
Werther.
Yeah, Wota. There we go. And Piston Mink. Let's how education became the path to breaking social barriers. Now, I did a little bit research on Susie B. Anthony,
Mhm.
last week.
Yes, we did. It was wonderful.
Yes.
So, these women are in education. They are the reason why we chose these four women is because historically, when you look them up, you do your research on them because we don't have time to bring up each one's achievements and each one's teaching credential and who they are. Hopefully, you will do that is because they impacted each nationality at its highest level by
Mhm.
by giving us something of education and showing women's strength and showing that educated women, which we call ladies, were building and they are builders and they can be engineers and they can be anything that a man or everything, well, I wouldn't say everything, but I would say most
Yes.
everything that a man can do, a woman can do as well.
I have another one.
Okay, you speak up.
Malcolm X's wife, Betty Shabazz, she was
Mhm.
a educator and renowned activist during the time. I feel like she doesn't get as much credit as Malcolm X, even though she did a lot, just like Malcolm X did.
Okay,
Mm,
that's
I
great.
agree.
And you have anyone else you would like to?
Her daughter wrote a book about her. I read
Okay,
it when I was younger. It's a
okay.
really good book. It talks about Betty Shabazz, Betty Shabazz's life before she met Malcolm X, what she did,
Mhm.
how freedom can even be within your heart when you're young, and how she had those principles growing up.
Okay, now we'll get to principle six. Now we're moving up toward the civil rights movement, and not just that time, but
Mhm.
women are starting to be more of builders. And first of all, they started building churches,
Yes.
schools, mutual aid societies, and labor unions. These are grassroots um, things that they. This is sort of how women perceive themselves as leaders.
Mhm.
And even though their voice were getting stronger, it still didn't reach the voice of many men. And I salute these women because when they were building these institutions, it was hard having a home life. It was hard trying to establish an attitude, affectionate. Is because when they left their house, I'm pretty sure they got ridiculed. They got pushed back, but they had to continue to go forward. So hopefully we take the time out as we did and it's going to show tomorrow, Easter. We
Yep.
all, no matter who celebrate or don't, they will be around women, either their mate, their family, their children, their daughters, or whoever. You will see women out playing with the kids. Most men will be laid back, waiting on those plates, good food that's going to be prepared tomorrow after everyone goes to church. And I hope you have a great time at church.
Yes.
My my question to you is: will you learn something when you go to church tomorrow? Will
Mhm.
you think about church, not just going and thinking about the resurrection, and the time of Jesus' death, but look at the resurrection in a different angle. Life.
Mhm.
Jesus rose from the dead. See, there's a quote, a scripture in the Bible: "Let the living be with the living, and let the dead be with the dead."
Yes.
Jesus is not dead. To those who believe in the resurrection, Jesus is not dead; He's living. So let's live And let's continue with Principle 7. Now, discrimination is something that a lot of women know about. And it's not just black women I mean, went through biases. It was also Mexican women, Asian women, and white women. Because white women was told to bear great men, send your men to war, establish, senators, Republicans, everything as we know today in the white American culture. But you do all these things by being quiet and doing your voice. And this is one of the things Susan B. Anthony,
And not giving credit.
well, yes, and
Yeah.
not getting credit for it. But a lot of women changed that. Susan B. Anthony was one, but voters. And there was others, Ida Wells, and we can go on and on. But we'll just say black women did more during these times, slavery, um, Jim Crow, and the Civil Rights era, even to this day. The discrimination of a black woman was not only that you was a woman, but it was your skin tone. It was how you look. And you're beautiful, but you can't say that out in the open.
Yeah.
It's because they challenged your beauty. It's because historically we only got to see white women through Hollywood, through a lot of different uh, um, um, aspects of beauty. But as we know, as we started seeing, a lot of black women has crushed that myth, and that's what it was a myth. Mexican women, they mainly went through a labor discrimination. They also got discriminated for being a non um, American, but when they became American citizen, a lot of them didn't get, their equal.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get equal rights as far as other women as well. They took lower wages. We know a lot of them worked in the agriculture. They're one of the ones who helped push um, a lot of these unions. So I would say a lot of Mexican women were discriminated in the workplace through labor. Now, Asian women are they were excluded from a lot. They wasn't until now, but back then you really didn't see Asian women into the forefront like we do today. We're starting to see a lot of it in politics. We're starting to see a lot of Asian women that's speaking up. Then back at those times, they really didn't say much. I really, in my experience, I don't know of too many when I was growing up Asian women that really they gave a voice to, or I just don't know of any. And if anyone does, there, feel free to say anything they want to say, but they can call in. The number is 909 383
Mm-hmm.
1000, and you can be part of the James Kane experience between Saturdays from 4 to 5. Now, last but not least, white women basically was discriminated in voting and
Mm-hmm.
their women rights. Their discrimination wasn't in beauty. Um, a lot of it was in labor as well, but they tend to make more money than black, Mexican, and Asian women. and that's not. Um, I can't tell you why that is. I can just point the picture that is a big picture, and you can look at that picture, view it how you want to view it, and come up with your own reasoning. So we're gonna hit principle 8, correct?
Yes, you are correct. Civil rights leadership. Powerful leaders like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Yuri. I don't. I'm about her name, but Yuri Yokoshima. Um, how you say it, Boston? I know you know how to say it.
No,
Oh, okay. And Dolores.
Dolores for her,
D-
the
Dolores Bertha,
Yes, there you go. Women's often organize movements behind the scene. Let's talk about it.
give me some of your thoughts on it, because I'm giving my thoughts, and I
Uh huh.
want them to
Okay.
give a little of their thoughts on how this, because you experience life
Yes.
as a woman, and just
Yes.
on that eighth principle, just give me something on how do you view it from a woman's point of
But I think back then, my point of view, it was sad because not only men is knowledgeable, women are knowledgeable too. What makes a strong man is a strong woman. What makes a strong woman is a strong man, right? So I think they had it rough back then than we do now. Now, I can say I feel like today's society, we do not have a lot of women's standing up. We have a little bit here and there, but as of standing up, like now how Rosa Parks did and all them, like they stood up for something. I feel like nowadays in this generation, women are standing behind the scenes and not speaking up. I think one of them I seen, I think her name is it Jasmine Crockett? That I know you know of her.
view? Yeah, Jasmine Crockett,
Yes.
a congresswoman from
For
Texas.
yes, yes, exactly. And I admire her because she's trying to change Texas. And we all know Texas needs to be changed. But that's a fight that she's willing to fight, you know?
Well, Jasmine Crockett, if I can say, I won't get into it because I'm uplifting women
Yes,
today, and historically and modern times. That's any woman that's out there listening today.
yes,
That's you. Salute yourself, because Women's Month was wonderful, and we need more women to step up
yes,
in education
exactly.
and
And
the labor force
yes,
building, and that's when we finna get into principle 9.
yes,
I was gonna say something about Jasmine Crockett. I like because she shows young black women that they
yes,
can become great in America. They can
mm-hmm,
be Congress. They can be into the White House. They
mm-hmm.
don't have to fear not taking on that challenge, because it is challenging,
It is.
and we should give her a lot of respect, because it's hard being a black congressman. It's hard being black in America at any time, let alone getting your master's, going to school, getting
Mm-hmm.
funding, and be able to have a voice that count. Now, one thing I will say, I don't like some of the rhetoric she used.
Yes, yes,
Because she's viewed upon as a black excellence, and
mm-hmm.
sometimes when she talks, she dummies down her rhetoric to being someone that talks on the streets and how to
Yes,
communicate. Now, some will say, okay, that's cool. We like that. That's how, we say that's part of black language. But when
mm-hmm.
you're in front of a camera or you speaking to the massive, let's because that's a stereotype
Yeah, it
that
is.
they have of us. So let's not give them that. Let's speak highly respectful, and then when we off air, we can talk how we want to talk.
Exactly.
So we're going to get to principle 9 because now we get into
Mhm.
modern times where a lot of women in leadership have built and created. So some of these creation and leadership roles that women are today are business.
Mhm.
Look around at how many women CEOs there are. Sandra Morgan, I know
Mhm.
her name is longer than that, but I just for it just came to mind. She is the president of your Las Vegas Raiders. Black woman, hell of an achievement to reach that height. Amy, you see, I'm bringing up all Raider fans.
Mhm.
She was a white woman that Al Davis trashed. Amy Trust. I don't want to say it's Trust. I'm botching her name, so I just say Amy. She
Amy.
was one of the first lead women to be a president and someone of that status over a NFL team.
Mhm.
Basically, were basically owned by men and ran by men. So that was great. In the Asian world and Mexican world, they own a lot of different restaurants, clubs.
Mhm.
So as well as they're building in business, but we can also see other areas that women are building in science.
Yep.
Science is great. Look where you work at the Western University. Just
Yes.
using you as an example on how women are succeeding in those areas, and education as well. You have a lot of women professors. You have a
Mhm.
lot of women. Some women are athletic directors. Um, there's look, going out in space, NASA, SpaceX. There's a lot of women that are in leadership roles, and also in military. Can't leave that out. 'Cause my daughter, she kicks butt. So we're looking at women didn't have this in historically in
Mhm.
times of slavery, Jim Crow era, civil rights, but they
Mhm.
do today. So the women that we want to give thanks to is the women from the past.
Yes.
And we want to say thank you for your contribution in womanhood and give a lot of joy tomorrow as we get together with our families to say thank you from the young women, ladies
Mhm.
of America. Thank you for being women. And thank you for letting God use your strength and your ability to make America great again.
Mhm.
Principle 10.
Yes, Principle 10. Adaptation to changing roles, domestic roles, workforce, activism, leadership. Each generation expanded opportunities for the next generation, which is true. If it wasn't for all those women that did something, nothing would have changed for, my mom generation, my generation, and also the generation now.
Wow, that sums it all up. There are 10 great women or 10 principles of greatness that women as we see it today, has been shaping America. Different times, different decades, different
Yes.
generations, but it all comes together to build this great nation that we enjoy and love. So, as I say again, to all you women out there, from whatever nationality, whatever country, immigrant you are,
Yep.
we give thanks, salute you for being the woman that we need, that we want, and that Hopefully, each one of these women will grow the next generation that's coming along to understand it's great to be a woman and continue in all these areas to have equal rights between men and women. And all we can say is this one word: women, we love you, and we will continue to love you because you are our mamas, our mates, our sisters, our daughters. You're everything we need. That's why God gave us women. We'll take a quick break. Can you hear me, Shanice?
Yes, I can.
What time? Hey, Madam, what time? Yeah, 20 minutes. Good. Hey, did you do any sports?
Yes, I do. I actually got the the NBA, the MLB, and a little bit of NFL up in there, college sports. Just let me know which one you
Recent,
want.
like up to today.
Yes, everything is today, this week.
Okay, we do the baseball and golf and
So baseball, okay.
mhm, okay, great. You ready, Boston?
Yeah.
Hey, man, put my time in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Well, let's get right back to it. This is one of my best segments. It's called Reading for the Blind, and you know who's going to give it to you, the boss.
Okay. Genesis 3:20. And Adam called his wife Eve, mother of all living.
Now, God, who we will be serving today and tomorrow, our Creator, He gave us woman. And He said, you name her because she's for you. She's going to be living with you from now until we do not know the end date. No one knows the end date. We just know we die, move on. We don't know what death is because none of us has came back to tell someone. Only who we call Yahshua, Jesus, the Messiah of Israel. Some of us say certain things. He means certain differences in those. But one thing we do know that his name is alive and it's with us today and tomorrow it will be celebrated through the mass of Catholics, Christians, who I believe are the same. They just have different doctrines and different ways of getting to the same result, their Savior. Next.
Luke 1:38. Then Mary said, Behold the maidservant of the Lord. Let it be according to your word. And the angel departed from her.
Never. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. He loved his creation so much. He went through a woman, those 10 principles, put inside her a Savior. And tomorrow, a Savior is born. We look at Christmas as the birth of Christ, the anointed one, the Messiah. But we also look at Easter. Now we know that Easter is really a pagan name from Europe. It's the goddess of fertility. So guess what? We don't look at it that way. We say fertility is what? It gives life. Whenever we look at fertility, we always look at the insurgent of life, the
Yes.
growth. And it comes from who? A women. What we've been talking about. The 10 principles. Women, you're great. So stop being depressed. Stop saying, thinking that the world is against you because it's not. We need you. Next.
Judges 4:4. And she was set under the palm tree of Deborah, between Rimmon and Bethrel, in the mountains of Ephraim. And the children came up to her for her judgment.
This is a prophet, Esther, a woman of the Bible. Think of that. We thought that women didn't have no voice, but historically, if you get in the Bible, you will see there's a lot of women. This was a prophetess, and at a time when you knew it came from God because women did not speak out that way. You have one more for our viewers? We're going to leave it there, and hopefully, you have a great Easter. We're going to move to the next segment, James and Skittles.
Yes.
Recap sports.
Yes, my this is my moment. Let's talk about the Dodgers. Yes, Major League Baseball is officially back, and the opening week has already delivered excitement across the league. The Los Angeles Dodgers are once again entering the season as a strong contenders, showing early promises with both firepower and pitching depth. While it's still early, teams are still being established, rhythm is still going, and fans are ready reacting to early wins, losses, and standout performance. Let's go Dodgers.
Let's go Dodgers! Yes, we love
Yes.
those Dodgers. Just think that they're playing the Nationals today,
Yes.
and we have one of the greatest sporting events. We have the Lakers and the Dodgers. And
Yes.
just quick note, sorry what happened to Luca. Ooh, Laker fans, we feel bad right now. You're going to miss the first round of the playoffs. So let's continue to grow, excuse me, Lakers, because you can do it and be great. Now, with those, back to those Dodgers, did you see Tuesday? Otani, greatness again.
Yep.
All those strikeouts, batting, and brought the Dodgers to a victory that we needed at that time. And yesterday, he put on a display again.
Yes.
They crushed the Nationals yesterday. And I think that's why we have the highest ticket prices, but we're going to pay them to watch
Yes.
great athletes perform. Is there anything else? I
Um,
know we
yes.
questions.
Just a little update, we can't forget the NFL. The NFL may be, in the off season, but the action hasn't slowed down. Teams continue to make key rosters move through the free agents while preparing for upcoming draft. Prospects are showing their skills during pro days, aiming to approve their draft position and catch the attentions of scouts.
Yes, it's been good. I'm
Yes.
glad you brought that up. Um, I'm gonna talk about the Raiders
Yep.
because we went and seen Mendoza, and he's amazing.
Okay.
He's what we've been looking for. We just hired, we just signed Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. I got it. If it's one thing, I know he hasn't won anything, in the playoffs or a Super Bowl. But I have to give all out salute
Uh
to
huh.
him because he has over his contract.
Uh huh.
He's going to get $341 million,
Dang.
and he gets it all. And well, his
Mm.
agents and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
in history, he's going to be the only quarterback and NFL player to get that much money, and it's
Mhm.
all he's getting that much. The Raiders is only going to pay him like
11.
11.7. So that's
Yeah.
still, people say, "Oh, why are you going to get Kirk Cousins? He still can play." Let the when the draft comes, let Mendoza start. But I'll say I'm with Tom Brady on this. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever played, and he says, "Do not start a rookie quarterback." And as you see, these
Yes.
rookies getting blasted.
Mm-hmm.
They get
No.
blasted because the lines in it. So that in the end result, that might put a little dapper on their later years. You don't want to continue to get hit and hit and hit till you got to take steroids, and then people find out and don't like you no more, or you gotta, because sometimes these athletes have to
Mm-hmm.
do something. They
Mm-hmm.
take a lot of abuse, especially in the NFL. These guys get hit like Mack trucks, and they got to keep getting up and getting up. I know our technology is great,
Yes.
but that's a collision, that's a
It
crash,
is. It really is.
and you have to continue to get your body up, and that's why I give a great thanks to all the athletes from the past
Yes.
because they gave a lot. And I know it's hard to get up in the morning. Some of them have to, have career masseuses that come to their house, massage therapists that come to their house
Mm-hmm.
and, really get them so they can move around because your knees, your backs, your joints, your headaches, everything is is hurting. So we have 3 minutes left. So what I'll do with this 3 minutes, Joe, do we have any callers? Okay, no callers today. That's great. Well, we're in here with our favorite ending.
Yes.
If your life is not going right, restructure, regroup, refocus on what you have left. And thank you again for viewing and listening to the James Kane Experience, the 4 o'clock insights on Saturday on KCAA or 106.5 1050 AM. We'll see you next week. Thank you again.
Thank you.